Final hour to fall down like a meteor shower, and I use the same tunes just to in-tune my flows. Every time I say the same shit, I always expose my weakness, so I don't ever use the same lines in the same day, but the next day I use the same rhymes. That's how I dedicated and navigated and destroyed those cats who ever thought they could find. If they really sick, then I find some lyrics way back in the old cave mind, and I bring it back out the archives, slashing on these cats who never really had no raps. In fact, they lack lyrical stat, and that's a fact. So we run through these cats like I'm a juggernaut and fly over them like bats in the night, straight screeching. These cats ain't really reaching what we're reaching, but they ain't ever teaching, so we be preaching and spitting out flows. Got them thinking that they're sicker, but they're never really sicker, so I'm swigging on some liquor. Hope it's a privileged bottle though, all with the homies who be never really phony. If you really want it, homie, you can come and get it. I can run through these cats like a lawnmower does, and cutting off the top of the grass, cause all them does, and they don't really want to step into the Scud missile, bombing on these cats, ripping through the inner tissue and dismissing raps and shit. Some shit. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of shit that I always say right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's been for a long time.
But I said it so freely because I was doing it right now, showing you that. Like you heard a lot of that shit.
I'm gonna put the camera up to speed. Is what we was talking about. Is repetitive. Like if we was on some freestyle wordplay and then crutch words, what I would call a crutch word, to bring, you know. Like when you rap all the time and you're freestyling, then use the same phrases. But my thing is like trying purposely to make it combinations that you've never done before. Like throw new words, but then you're using your words you rhyme with on the usual too. And then there's a way to break away from that. It's convenient when you styling on people and people enjoy what you do, and more of a style of how you rap it and freestyle.
Yeah.
If you have style when you freestyle, then it goes a longer way than if you just got lyrics and you rap monotone and I'm right here, but I just tell you how this is, and not, you know, if your voice fluctuates better, then you know you can use more crutches. Yeah. You know what I mean? As long as you flip your combos up more. So I mean, like it gets exciting at some point.
Yeah.
But it's discouraging to some people if they listen to you on the time and they be like, "Oh, he says the same shit when he freestyles." But a lot of motherfuckers don't freestyle these days, though.
Yeah, and it's like
even in the underground scene,
you heard me freestyle
people don't
like
freestyle
900 times. Of course, you're gonna probably hear me say the same shit.
But everyone else that hears you,
I heard you freestyle like one time, and oh wow, you still said the same shit.
Yeah.
I know. Like
you bring up your phrases and your crutches, but just me and you go back too far for that to be like, like we know all what we're gonna like anticipate, like when to pause and when to, who's jumping in, like. It's just that look.
I'm always looking for, like, you know, that one person, man. And then I'm looking at him and I'm like, that's the one.
That's him.
And then after that, it's over.
That's him without a pen. No heart from within. No defense. No structure mechanism. No fluctuation through penetration. My rhyme style like constipation. You wait till I come out. I come through with a rhyme style. Straight shootout, see. I use the rhyme style ski. I fuck with a rhyme mentality, and I like explaining how I rap. For some reason it's strange, and we smoke a lot of weed. Never had a range, but I get enough money to stack up behind the back inside the bank stash from black-owned people. I gotta get rid of Wells Fargo because they don't want to see me in my struggle, cause they so worried, suffering for the corporations that make more money off of the oil and then want to take me into the pot and then boil, but it's not. My money is dealing with because I live check to check, check to check, respect, respect. Yeah, I take it out of the bank. I'm never keeping more than $10 in there. I like to thank everybody for telling me, hey, you dope, but I like to kill everybody. Want to choke motherfuckers to try front and not put me on when they know 100 degrees fire and burning lawns and turning you up to 10 level. Come from within, come begin, hey. Flip up for a hiccup when we drink up, like to think up before we like to stink up, hey. Dilla was ill, man.
Yeah, man, Dilla is fucking sick. Oh yeah, man.
And then it's sad that everyone, it's like a thing now. Everyone loves it. It's like a big deal now. Like people know about it more. It's the same thing with the Sublime thing. Like more people know about Sublime,
but then
after he died.
They wouldn't have all them groups now like Revolution and Small Bad Seed.
Yeah, and then Dilla's like behind the scenes, and then he dies, and then they put him in the front. When he dies, they put him in the front fort. Like, you know, that's crazy.
I was chilling with Moy the other day at his thing that he goes in back of his warehouse.
Yeah, shout out to Moy, Tomorrow's Bad Seeds, Mets.
Yeah, we were chilling with him, me and Ransom. We went to that fucking weed fest thing. Been there? You got your rec?
What?
Well, you don't need it when you go with Moy. He'll just walk you right in the door.
I don't got no damn rec.
He'll walk you right in the door.
Never had a rec. I never had a marijuana rec. Well, I had one.
I got
one
one
time.
and I'm legal in California.
I had one time. Hey, but when are they doing? Aren't they doing it?
It's like every 2 weeks, and I went.
But aren't they doing it to where like no one needs it? Like you just gotta be 18.
Well, that's later. Well, right now, right now, when you go to the door, they ask you for your rec. But we walked in with him, and when we walked through the door, the lady, he was like, "They're with me," and she was like, "Who are you?" He was like, "I'm the owner of this building," and she was like, "Oh." Like, but she was just doing the security shit, but like she was about to be like, "I don't know who the fuck you are."
Hey, shout out to All Patients Collective. Shout out to All Patients Collective. APC 420. They got that fire.
We got Atomic Bomb.
This is gonna be our first episode because it's however long this is gonna keep filming us. I'm gonna chop that up, whatever. We got a cool angle. Like I think that's gonna.
Yeah, it's always been a cool angle of how I've been angled. I've been angled at a cool angle since I was an angler. Hey, definitely we should angle the door open.
This will be the
door,
sample.
a crack. No.
It's a little dark, but this will be our sample test take. I'm gonna post it up anyway.
Somehow I didn't know we
chop
had
it up.
this much weed because I'm like,
You don't gotta smoke all your weed for the first.
no, we're gonna smoke all our weed.
Oh, he has some.
This weed is made to smoke. I mean, I was looking at the weed like, who the hell don't want to smoke all this weed? So you want to smoke all this weed?
So what other kind of beats like see how I just typed in the Dilla. Put in some new shit like. No. I wanted to say I was gonna say like you're more in touch with that bass shit.
Rapper dude stuff. Put in rapper dude thing.
What like popular?
No, put in whatever you want to put in, but like put in something else, and then we'll be like, yo, rappers on different.
No, but what about like I was gonna talk about the Bay Area and shit.
Yeah, let's do Bay Area.
Or didn't you like connect with some of them dudes?
Yeah, the bass cracking. Hell yeah, I was fucking with Miami the most. All the people from Mac Dre's crew, Mac Dre, rest in peace and shit. It was like the year right after, the summer right after he died and shit. We were chilling with all of his whole crew and shit, you know what I mean? With fucking Don Cisco. Big ups to Don Cisco from San Francisco, you know what I mean? Big props to San Jose, all the homies doing that type shit. Yeah, fucking, shit is crazy. But yeah, we linked up with them motherfuckers. We were dropping some sick shit. What's that motherfucker's name? He's tight as hell. He's fucking sick.
Yuck Mouth?
Nah, yeah.
Andre Nicotina, Yuck Mouth?
Nah, they're producers, but
we're talking about the Bay Area cats.
whatever. I smoke so much weed. I forget people real fast.
But Cannibal, fuck around with some of them dudes.
Yeah, they're cool as fuck, man. We be locking it up, knocking the music up.
And then I'm sure he was up there, like, because I don't know nothing about that. I'm sure he was up there doing the same thing he did down here when we was 16 when we met each other, rapping and shit, freestyling and shit.
I was chilling in the parking lot.
I'm sure he was rapping and like kind of like
I was chilling in the parking lot with Miami the most, and we were the only car in the parking lot. They're like collecting their money, and then we fucking and then Mac the Most rode up on him. But I didn't know who the fuck he was. And he's like, in his city, he's like cracking, he's a shit. And he's actually pretty tight. So he rolls up and they think we're trying to rob Miami the most. So he's like, what's up? You know, they like bang on us and then we're like, you know, what's up? And then Miami's like, oh, this my people. So then we were all cool. And then Miami gets out and he's like, if whoever wants to battle my nigga in the car right now for $1,000. And I was like, I was down to battle, but it was like, if I lose, do they want me to pay $1,000? Because I can't pay $1,000. I only got like $25.
But you had the confidence in you that you was like, I could just win it, like without having $1,000.
I definitely was like, I could win it, but I didn't want to push the issue where they're like, where you owe us $1,000, because they're gonna judge their own homie, and that's his person. Yeah. And I just felt like I could lose for no reason, you know what I mean? And I don't know who the fuck this is in the car, but I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? But I just didn't want to battle because I didn't have $1,000. It's pretty scary.
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And the guy talking to you is Miami the most, where his whole grill was diamond. He came and talking about, hey, yo, my God, and he's talking like he has a mouthpiece and it's so baller his teeth.
I didn't have no money,
you're like, just like, damn, like, it's crazy, like super baller teeth.
But kind of like
when people got baller teeth, you're just like, damn. He gave me a whole ape and he was like, here, roll in the backwood. And I was like, the whole thing? He was like, yeah. So that's how they roll, a whole ape in the backwood.
Just put the whole eighth in one backwood.
Yeah, one backwood. Man. This shit is a stupid backwoods. We rolling this shit up.
That's good they would have money to blow on that though. Like that's just baller shit. Like, that's some pin player baller shit to do though.
We're chilling with PSD and we're at the studio.
Who's that?
He's a rapper from the Bay.
Yeah.
And we're chilling with this guy at his studio, and there's like a whole bunch of people there, and they're pretty baller. I don't know none of them, but they're all doing their shit. They're balling, you know what I mean? Like they're holding their own. And then I'm just like the oddball, and everybody's like, oh, where you from? And I'm like, Long Beach. They're like, what do you call these? And this was before people had fucking stunners. Everybody had stunners.
Yeah.
So before they had stunners, they're like, what do you call these? I was like, lokes. And they're like, oh yeah, you from Southern California.
Yeah, and they know you're from the
It was way before people had this shit. I was like, oh shit. And then they're like, here, make up this backwood.
What time frame was that? What year was it?
Man, I'm telling you, it was like a year right after Mac Dre died, so I would say around 2003, 2005.
Man, I didn't really know about Mac Dre, and then the crazy shit was after our boy Chris Ransom at his house, and I wasn't even hanging out at Chris. I met Chris Ransom. Well, I met him way before that, but I went to his house the first time. It was like the party pad, and it was a week after that one dude had shot the other homie in the head and saying him that he shot Mac Dre because he was from Kansas City.
Oh yeah, our homie shot Mac Dre.
Yeah. I never met that guy before that. I never met him. Crutch. I never met him.
What?
Crutch. Yeah. So there's a dude Crutch.
I would always chill with Crutch.
He shot another guy in Long Beach. They was hanging out, and he shot him in the head.
And he shot at everybody else too. He didn't just shoot at him. He came in Duffy, but then he centered off to him.
And he said, "You killed Mac Dre," and he shot this dude in the head.
I'm sure him too.
And then took off, and then
said that.
Was like naked at some shit, and been gun butted some other ladies at a gas station and tried to rob them.
It was crazy.
And shit, like, and then so the next week, I met I went to Chris Ransom's house the first time. And then so they was like, oh yeah, last week the homie tried to kill the other homie and he went to prison and all this shit. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I'm glad I wasn't around like
a week before. Man. That guy Crush, man. He's in prison right now, man.
But he was tripping. He thought that someone killed Mac Dre.
No, the homie was from Kansas.
Yeah, I know.
The state or something. And Mac Dre got shot in like Kansas City. And that's not even the state.
It's different.
It's like Northern California. I don't know. It's like northern somewhere. It's not. You can look it up. It's like next to Washington or.
Oh, I never understood that.
Or next to the top of California. So I don't know where the hell it's at, but it's not Kansas. And he thought, and the guy was from Kansas.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, he's the one that did it. But he didn't even do nothing. What's his name though?
The homie that did that?
No, the homie got shot. You know him. He's the one that.
Oh, I forgot that guy's name. I met him after because he came through.
Yeah. He was homies with that reggae homie from Belize.
He was Ross Indio's homie.
They came, like, that was their homie.
I just did the song. I just put out the video with me and Ross Indio.
Ross Indio.
It's Philieano and DJ Motura featuring Supreme Cerebral, Ross Indio, and that's it, and me.
That's tight,
and me.
Yeah, no, that's tight, though.
We just put that video out there. Big up to Ross Indio, Belize, all Belize crew. He's in Kingston, Jamaica right now. I seen him on his shit. He's partying in Jamaica.
Big up.
Ross Indio. Big up Supreme Cerebral.
Yeah,
this all. I'm not just whoever's on right now. I'm not just doing this here. We're filming it.
Oh, that's tight though.
We're filming it,
America,
and we're
not looking at you. We're like not.
We're gonna put it up later on and shit. So
that's crazy.
We're just practicing for our future endeavors in this blog shit. Let me get an arm break.
Arm break.
It works with Dilla beats like though.
Dilla arm break.
And you gotta light one up at the same time as that.
Yo, when you're faded and you do that,
it feels good up.
You know the fucking Indian pictures from India.
Well, I can get it loud too.
The Indian pictures from India, that they have like, what's it like? I can't explain.
Mandala?
I can't explain.
The mandalas?
You know, like when you grab a card deck and you like put it out on the table. You know what I'm talking about? And they have pictures like that look like all 3D crazy though. Like
tarot cards? What are you talking about?
I don't know what that we're talking about, but if I could show you what the hell I'm thinking of, you guys would trip. But that thing makes you see that. I just saw what the hell I'm thinking of, but I can't explain it, so I'd like to show you guys that.
And we're gonna have all kind of different type of guests.
Wow, that's crazy though. What the hell? This shit is freaking. It makes you see that shit.
That's my mom's shit.
What's that shit called? It's called the. Whatever. That's the fucking tracers. I saw tracers. It was fucking crazy.
Right
yeah. But
okay,
it's something that I saw in a picture.
Like, on my next shit, I'm gonna explain what this shit is all about.
Indian pictures, like from India, they be having pictures of what I saw. And I
like
saw
the 3D shit, like 3D.
I'll show you a picture.
You're talking about when I was doing that right now.
Yeah, and I saw the stuff start looking.
This shit works, yo.
It changed.
It works.
It was kind of like if you think when there's a fan blowing wind and you like go like this with your hand in the fan. You know what I mean? And like, say there's a fan blowing straight, and you go like this, and you're on the other side, there's gonna be gaps of air hitting you. Well, when you were doing that, it was making gaps of
oh, you could see it above it?
Yeah. It was changing.
It's real shit.
And I could see
I should probably do it a lot more.
That was fucking crazy though, because I wasn't even like really trying to see shit.
I wasn't looking. I closed my eyes when I was
looking at the light,
because I'm trying to focus on it.
It's crazy. I was like, what the hell is that shit? And I was like,
Yo, sad.
Yep, just did it again.
I'm sad. Yo, sad.
Wow, this is crazy because it does.
Go smoke it to it. See if it makes like a weird.
It does like
we're like wind testing now.
It literally does this thing that I'm talking about. Like, I don't know if people.
I don't know. Can y'all hear that?
I don't know if they YouTubed it and they're like, anybody that listens to this or did this and they
We've been smoking weed the whole time. You just got on here.
And people are like, YouTube this and they're like, oh, this always makes your vision.
That shit made my neck feel weird right here, right now. That shit affects your body, bro.
Yeah, that shit was
Hey,
crazy.
I believe in that shit.
Yeah.
That shit affects your body.
That shit was making my vision all blurry right now. It was crazy.
So yeah, no.
It's like I wanted
we live.
You don't even need to do drugs.
We live on Instagram. True. Like, we filming that.
I found that you don't even need to do drugs. You can just listen to stuff to meditate. You can regulate how to trade, mutilate all these cats that don't understand how to do stuff. We can walk through lights they never knew, and everything we talk about is things they want to do. It's power generated if your mind was mutilated and regulated in the same lyrical tool. I could walk through these cats and straight shine like a jewel, polish it like a ruby down in the ocean, hoping that they're smoking on magical potion while I'm dipping in the motion that I'm chilling with the West Coast. It's evolutionary, that's what they say. So I just see them up like the apes did back in the day. I'm moving like a beast, I'm primitive. They don't really wanna fuck with this arithmetic. Killer cannibal, we hitting them down. Poisonous snakes, biting cats, they really try to battle the snakes. I'm all up in the cut, straight feasting on those. It's the cannibal, watch me eat meat off your face and nose. Now they really wanna explode your floors, but they can't really explode like a Taliban do. What you really wanna do, but you really can't do. I'm parachuting down on you, UFC you, put you in the choke lock. What you wanna act like you really with a no cap? You don't know cap?
Yeah, gunshot talk. Yeah, no plot behind you, and no shit to define you. No rhyme style to incline to, but I use it in the right way, perpendicular to anybody's, and they don't be afraid. Yeah, nobody could catch your body unless they get hype in the party. Now I'm really singing for it. Now I'm really strung up for it. Now I'm really bringing it. My rhyme style intravenously attack MCs. Yeah, as soon as you see me, you catch the virus. It's silent, modulus. If they wanna come see vibrative actions, my rhyme transactions come real verbular, tubular. When you wanna get wavy, yeah, new phrases all in my brain, in my cranium. Keeps them all praying, no delaying. Don't be afraid when I have to flip from your life and surviving. I'm striving with energy, and you never did foresee, forsake an enemy. Freestyle off of the top with the blog that be trying to think up and brainstorm about. The box gets open the top of my esophagus gets leaked out. I put down one joint and grab another. Let my brother free for a second. Yeah, choking it down. Cause we got some crazy hybrids shooting it now. And we got to realize we got some crews that we got to big up, and everybody know who. So on patience collective, need to represent skills. My mind's introspective. Chill with cannibalistic, and he brings a string you never had in your brain before. Yeah, until you're dead, and the stakes is way too high for MCs to die.
That was crazy. The homies have home delivery services where they be selling hacks of weed, straight legal in California. They don't understand how you don't understand how we can uniform it. And we take these cats
I didn't put that on Facebook.
Yeah. And we'll have DJs in here next time.
But I'm recording this shit, so we're gonna put it up later on a podcast episode, the first sample episode of Philieano and Cannibal podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna be battling people too. Sometimes they're just like
we're gonna have guests, and we're gonna be battling and be like, can you really rap, bro?
Some of them might not be rappers, and we're gonna battle them too.
I'm gonna call out some of these rappers though. I don't want to be like mean or like this and like a lot of shit. But what I want to say is, I want to make sure people are genuine. You know what I mean? Like genuinely MC gifted. Like that. I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself, but you know what I mean? Like,
and there's a couple of them on the list.
But I don't know.
We're gonna come for you. No, I'm just saying. I don't know. Just thinking that shit. You're the only one there, not you. Not you. That was for the recording.
I don't know.
Super cool. But that was just like cool in the moment. You saw how I was like, yo, something, and I did the thing. That was like.
That is fire. What is that one called?
This one is called motherfucking fish scales because it's tastes.
That's fish scale.
It tastes. You taste it. It tastes like fish.
Yeah, no, I'm blown. I mean, the flavor is like it tastes like a hybrid, like or sativa.
It tastes like it's retarded.
It's a sativa.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I think it's sativa.
We're sponsored by Corona or what? Well,
we might have to blend those out.
Sponsored by tequila.
All I know is this weed is so bomb and so high.
Like, be sponsored by like tequila companies too and stuff. Like,
rappers
I think they might need love.
Rappers don't rap no more.
Tequila love.
Well, rappers don't rap no more. They never rapped before. They never had no rappers on tour.
Tell them.
They never really chilled on the shore that they say they are. Never really been in the hood, Bill, wheeling, chilling, dealing on the corner. Never had stacks of marijuana or the drugs that they say they have. Got a homie close to him, but they'll probably snitch on him. 48 hours later, they'll be to the cops. That's some shit that happens. Put it on the TV. They're another snitch, and you'll probably see a freebie. Another MC who tried to beat me. Another MC who tried to walk in his life like it's 3D. Probably can't see the truth. Locked in the back. Have you ever seen that movie That Lives or This Lives, nigga? You won't get your head splat. You don't want to get your head mapped out and navigate it through like I'm using Google Maps. If you really want to spit on the rap, get connected like train tracks. Run over the map. We can run over your cats if you really want to understand the attack and come full force on your cats. I'm Wolverine claw you, smash you down, saber tooth hunt you down. You don't understand the sound, so we sonic boom blast you. Smoking on the weed and we roll it up and mash it up and put it up in capsules. Fucking really action. They don't understand it when we're rapping, so we smack it and disappearing with the passion. Master the days of after. That's the flow. So every time I spit it like they don't even know. Or some shit.
Yeah, big up to Rob Soul.
Hell yeah.
The homie Rob Soul. Yeah, Rob, hey, we up here filming as well and recording to edit and chop up our first episode of the Philieano and Cannibal blog, podcast, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
If they like it better.